Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry, we've been having some technical issues. Heather is Heather's trying to join us from Whiting Bay, but we'll just have to see how it goes. I'll see her pop on. Um, in fact, I can see her now, but I don't think she can hear me. Rather strange one this week. I have a video to show you from the co-op, and if somebody could just let me know whether you can hear me or not, just to make sure that we are actually functioning, that would be good. Bit of a strange week. We've had nice week weather on Arran, as you can see, and I think we've all turned into a nation of gardeners. But excuse me for not looking at the camera. I'm just keeping an eye on what's going on down in Whiting Bay, seeing if Heather can actually join us. But I've got some quite important news regarding the co-op. You may have seen this online already, but what I'll do is I'll get that video done now and let you see it. And this is from Carol, who came up to their house earlier on and was able to fill us in on their new delivery schedule. Here with Carol from the co-op. You've got a new system in place for drop-offs.
We certainly have. We are offering home delivery service to anyone who is self-isolating, and this week it took off in a very big way. Liz is now 90% grey because of it. We must have taken nearly 300 home deliveries. Right. And John, hands up to him, he's just been running around the island in his van getting everything dropped off, and Lindsay has been actually getting that all put together for us, so thanks very much to the team for everything they've done. The way that the delivery system works is you can actually email your delivery in, and that is to lizmclean@coop.co.uk, or you can phone and leave your number and somebody will get back to you. Make sure that you actually do include your name and your address and your membership on there, though, so that we have all your details. The way that the system is going to work now is the Arran Locality Partnership have got a big team of volunteers together.
This is Ian Staples' group.
It's Ian Staples' group. There were other people volunteering as well, but I think everybody's going to be under the same umbrella. There will be set days for the home deliveries to certain places on the island. So tomorrow it will be the Glen Estate, and then it will be Corrie and Sannox. Tuesday will be Lamlash and Whiting Bay. Wednesday will be the South End, so out of Whiting Bay, Dippen, all the way round to Blackwaterfoot and anything in between. And Thursday will be the North End, so that's Lochranza, Pern Mill and Macri. And then Friday will be a Brodick run because of the demand for the system. So we're asking that you actually put your order in 2 days before to give us a chance to get it all put together. And then what will happen is there'll be a central drop that's been all organised by Ian Staples' group, and volunteers will actually take certain deliveries to certain addresses to minimise the contact between people on the island.
Good, okay. Now, I've been in the co-op quite a bit, and there's been very, very few people actually shopping, which is good, I suppose, but there's obviously some noticeable stock depletion in various areas. Do you want to go through the critical ones?
There is quite a lot of depletion. Liz is doing her very best to get orders in, get as much stock in as possible. She's there at 4 o'clock in the morning, typing in thousands of codes to ask for the stuff. Not all of it's coming in by any means, so you'll have to bear with us with what there is. The fruit and the vegetables is starting to really drop down. And
the toilet rolls have changed colour as well.
The toilet rolls have changed colour. There are gaps appearing on the toilet rolls, and pasta has been in short supply. Yeah. We will get stock in. There is regular updates by the Co-op Central office, and they are supplying us the best they can.
Good. Okay. And you've got new open hours throughout your 3
We
branches?
have. We're now open from 7 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. But there is now going to be also a 2-hour window for the emergency services between 8 o'clock at night and 10 o'clock. If you want that order to be put together for you so that you can just collect it, then please phone the shop and we can do that for you.
That's cool. Now, Liz sent me some photographs this morning. You mentioned John already. There's also Peter. That's one of your
And
delivery
Peter,
drivers. I think
yes.
everyone's working their socks off, aren't they?
They are absolutely working flat out, and it's sort of thank you very much to all the staff from Liz and myself, for the whole team, for everything they're doing. And also thanks to the customers. It's been absolutely amazing. Everybody comes into the shop and they're
Yep.
saying thank you to us for what we're doing. There are managers on the mainland pleading with people to be kind to each other. We're not having to do that in any way at all,
We're
because
a
people
nice
are.
bunch
We are
here.
a nice bunch. And also, on the mainland, there's actually restrictions on everything people can buy. They're having to limit it, whereas here, people are being very sensible about what they're buying, and it's making it so that it's available for others as well.
That's good. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I know you're uber busy,
Yeah,
and you've come up to my house. We're actually in my driveway at the moment.
I've just got one more thing just to remind people
Yeah.
about. We are applying this 2-metre rule within that, which the government have asked everybody to do. So please do bear with us with that. And if it gets too busy in the shop, you will see Liz policing the door and keeping people so that it's
Always,
one in, one
always
out.
a bottleneck up near the sausages, I always find.
Yes. So we're asking people not to spend a lot of time sort of socialising in the Co-op at the moment, but get
Indeed.
a move on with your shopping
Indeed.
and then out, so that other people can have the chance to do their shop.
Okay.
And remember, sort of try and do a once a week shop, and just to minimise the time that you're out.
Yep. Okay. Well, Carol, thank you very much for coming up
Thank
and spending your time. And we'll post this up this afternoon. Thank
Thank you very much.
So that was Carol, and I think we've got Heather.
Yay!
Hey! We've been trying for 45 minutes to get this running, and it's not quite worked, is it?
No, I had a lovely wee set up out in the decking too, but then I got cold, so I've just come in. So
I've put about 3 jackets on since you've been trying to get your text sorted out. So.
I thought that was touch and go there. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Well, anyway, we are sorted. Apologies for not looking at the camera. I got accused of not looking at the camera last week by colleagues in California, but I'm running bits and pieces here, so you can look at the camera, Heather.
Okay.
Chris Atkins saying thanks for Tom Marks for keeping the stock coming at the Co-op. So absolutely. Mark saying hello to his wife. Happy anniversary yesterday.
No.
Hello to Mick, as usual. Barbara Ferguson Gilmore. All right, hello. And Alistair Briggs and Barb Torp has joined us this afternoon. A lovely afternoon it is. Shall we ask how your tadpoles are? Or is that it's not such a good subject, is it?
No, it's not. They were looking really, really good and healthy. And then the other morning I went by and yeah, they're gone. So we might be having heron pie quite soon if I can catch it.
Yeah, you'll be lucky, I think. I think I'll have to loan you Dusty for that one. I do have pictures, so I should have posted this. Let me just put these pictures up of John and Peter from the Co-op. We know they've just been fantastically busy, so I thought we'd just better put that picture up for. Oh, there's a different split screen. We're playing around with all sorts of tech today. Anyway, Heather, what have you got? Anything you want to?
Well, you mentioned Barb there. Actually, I noticed that Barb is actually making masks from fabric swatches that she has, and she's giving them out for free if anyone wants to email about them. She's quite happy to do it. They actually look quite cool. She's got a big picture in Facebook of her dog wearing one. So if you get in touch with Barb, she's happy to give one to anyone that's vulnerable at this particular point in time.
Good. All
Free
right.
sunflower seed pots in Lumlash. And
Oh, I saw that.
yeah, outside the Octopus Centre. So there we go. You could start now for the competition, and see if you can beat Wiley, because he tends to. What's it? The prettiest sunflower, the sunflower that looks most like you, and the tallest sunflower. I'm not really sure.
Right. Okay. Yvonne Randall sent us a photograph of a mother taking a selfie on her 80th the other day. We were asking earlier on if you could send us some pictures. So that's Yvonne's mum having her 80th. So congratulations to her. What else have we got? Oh, Asia sent a photograph in of what she's been doing. I think everyone's been in the garden. You've been in the garden, haven't you?
I've been in the garden lots and lots. I love it. Well, the weather's nice. Makes sense to start planting.
Yeah. But Asia has been painting chairs.
Well, she's upcycling, isn't she? She's doing stuff with bits and pieces.
I thought she was upcycling. I hope it's just once a day. Yeah, I don't think Asia's that big on bikes at the moment. But that's what she's been up to. We've been gardening here and bits and pieces. And talking about this exercise, there's been a couple of posts put up about people getting told off for driving to a beauty spot to exercise. And I'm going to take my things out, sorry. And we live in a beauty spot, so it's very tricky. And from my personal point of view, I'm living in a quite a residential part of Brodick here. For me, jumping in my car and driving off to a forest track and taking Dusty for a walk where he can get off the lead, it's very, very rare that I see anybody. So I think it's just a matter of common sense, really, especially on the local level, as to how you do it. There's more likelihood that I will bump into somebody within 100 yards if I walked out of my gate than there is if I jump in my car and go somewhere. So it's a little bit tricky to figure out what you're supposed to do in different parts of the country.
I think I'm lucky enough that I can go out my door and I'm on the Glen Ashdale path, which, I can walk up and not meet anyone, so that's fine. Yeah. But I think some people are maybe doubling it up and it's being misinterpreted. If you're taking your car maybe to do a shop for groceries, you think, well, I'll take the dog with me and I'll park and go for a walk and, do it all in a oneer. Yeah,
well, that's what I've been doing. I had to go down twice yesterday. And of course, you shouldn't really need to go to the supermarket twice, but the neighbour wanted some tonic water, so I had to do that.
But it is, I think on the island, everyone's being reasonable. There's a few people that seem to be on the lookout to shame people if they've seen them out their door twice. Yeah. I think in the majority of cases, it's with good reasons. So maybe just be a wee bit gentler on the community forum when you see things. It might not be.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I responded to a comment that Charles Curry made about that report about the Wiltshire police stopping people from going to a beauty spot, and I think we're in a different situation here. Yes, we've all got to be careful, but if you use your common sense, then I mean, the only people I see regularly at a distance are Jill and Linda walking their dog up there as well from the Ochrani before she goes back and bakes her lovely bread.
It did look interesting, bread. I don't know if we're going to start a curling rig.
Yes, Linda Johnston, the owner of the Ochrani Hotel, has already started the Aram Bake Off competition. You're going to kill me for that, Linda. Sorry. But this is something I think Heather and I were talking earlier on, and it's only week one. The weather's been great most of the week, but I think as we get through the next few weeks, well past this 3-week period that Boris was telling us about originally, I think we're going to end up going stir crazy without a bit more stuff to do, competitions to enter and stuff like that. And there's been little feedback to us at the moment, but I think that will come if we get bad weather, people are really stuck in the houses. So keep an eye on what we're asking or suggesting we do, and if you want to get involved, get involved.
I think it's quite good. There's a lot of humour coming out of this, which is nice to see, because through dark times is always.
It is. It's difficult to be funny, but you've got to have some kind of semblance. So I mean, people are posting about films not to watch, like Outbreak and The Andromeda Strain and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, but some people are actually, they're going through a whole marathon of these movies. That's what they're watching.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of younger movies, like movies we haven't watched for a long time, and it's been good.
Yeah.
I'm figuring out books that I need to finish that I haven't had a chance to do. I noticed too, there's a lot of live streaming of music, which from my point of view is fantastic. Some of it's really, really good, but I think everybody's talking, all the musicians I know are talking about the best programs to use for live streaming or for recording, or they're all looking into different things. I've been playing around with the Focusrite the past couple of days, which is interesting because it's one of those things I keep thinking I'll get round to doing that. So now I'm making use of the time and trying to figure it out now. So I think there's always things that you haven't had time for. This is the time to learn a new language or to pick up something that you're interested in and do it.
Well, you've been putting a bit of your Chris is liking my Facebook emojis. Heather, you can't see these, I don't think.
No.
I just popped the two up with the masks on that we had last week.
Oh, right.
But Heather has been playing her harp as usual and has sent through a video, and I'll just pop that on now. And Heather, you've got to remember to be quiet through this. We mustn't speak. All right. Here's Heather's little video montage. There you go. Lovely. Yep, everyone said beautiful, lovely, and the music is fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. So, but yeah, music's a big thing. I'm tinkering away as well, and I think a lot of people are doing that at the moment. I think that actually came in quite loud on the thing, so I'm sorry we're not quite as loud as we usually are because we don't have our microphones today for obvious reasons. I've been getting texts this week from Lorna Crawford in Shiskin, Blackwater Way. She has been bitterly complaining about my jigsaw puzzle and saying that it's impossible to do it. Well, it's not surprising, Lorna, when your cat sits on it. So, and I have to say that it's easier than you think, the sky, because that seagull in the top left-hand corner, I superimposed that on. So tough. Just get on with it and stop complaining. You've got plenty of time. Loads of time, in fact.
There seems to be a lot of people doing jigsaw puzzles just now.
We've sold tons. Yeah. The co-op's had 2 deliveries from me, so keeps me going a little bit. Speaking of the co-op, I must say, Heather, I'm sorry for doing this, but I got an Easter egg. Oh, and they gave me a cherry lattice pie. Oh, and and a bottle of wine. Anyway, that was the co-op this morning.
I'm
So
not
thank
sure
you
about
very much, Liz.
that screen thing. I'm not sure about.
There's Lorna saying not giving up on the jigsaw. Good stuff. But I have been over to my office just to check the heating and stuff this week, and taking Dusty on a walk, trying to get everything done in the same trip as you've mentioned, Heather. Just a couple of nice little pictures here of the magnolia tree that's now in full blossom, and the rhododendrons are out as well. So it is looking nice out there. It's just no one can enjoy it at the moment. It's a bit of a shame. Anyway, what else have we got, Heather?
What else have we got?
The banner.
The banner. Yeah. Instead of what's on, it's what's open.
The what's on is if you will forgive me. The what's on is quite humorous. It's about that big. And one of the events is actually cancelled, and that's the Broddick Castle. There's just a couple of bits from EcoSavvy, and that's it.
But on the what's open, there is a whole page of that, or shops that are they're not open, but they're still delivering. So if there's you can still
very, very useful guide.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of people that are just making all that extra.
There's a big thing
anything
just in front of my face. It tells you most of the businesses that are open and those who are giving out, shall we say, deliveries and stuff like that.
It's also good. It's good to remember that the studios, the art trail hasn't been launched this year, but I know a lot of the artists are still working in their studio and producing some fantastic things. If you wanted something sent as a gift, or you want to get something posted, I'm sure if you contact any of the studios, they'll be happy to send things out. So although they're not on the we're open, or people that are sending things out, there are all the studios from the art trail that are still making things. So it's always good to support them if you're looking for gifts or you're looking for anything.
And the post office is open.
No, we still have a post office.
Obviously, I from speaking to Tom, the post office is inside the bookshop. You're not really supposed to be going in and loitering that much, but certainly the post office has been critical to just keeping a couple of businesses just sending stuff out and making a few pennies while they can.
And as I say, we touched on it last week about writing letters to people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's actually. I'm not sure about that. Is that still safe to send someone?
Well, the other thing is, and we haven't asked the question, but the co-op sells stamps, so I wonder if they would deliver those in the groceries. There's a question for you, Liz.
Yeah, and then it could just be posted.
Well, then you can just stick it in an envelope and away you go.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some businesses that are open, and some are on the list of essential businesses, and that includes Homestars or Aaron Gardens and Homes and Jake's. So they're open, and if you need anything like, they've run out of seeds just about, and compost and stuff like that. But if you're looking for anything like that, you can just turn up and wait at the door and they'll bring it out to you, or they'll arrange a delivery, I think, as far as I know.
This is the other, it's one of the things I was going to bring up with gardening things and some others is that if you have, I've got some that I bought a bag of, the wee bulbs for onions, and I'm not going to use them all. So I've got more than I need. So how can we share these without going out and about? Is there somewhere we could leave them, or I don't know, we maybe look into that. Or if you've got more seeds than you need and they've run out in the shop, you could say, well, there we go, you can have them.
I think these things will become necessary in the sort of medium term, just to keep people sane. Chris is saying the Aaron Cancer Support Group are meeting on Zoom at 2 p.m. on Thursday, and you're to email Susan that should be Susan at rowanaaron.com, I believe, not Susan to, I think, Chris, but we'll let you off for that.
I think a lot of people are using Zoom just now.
What is Zoom?
It, but I haven't quite mastered it yet. I'm not.
What is it?
I've got it loaded onto the computer.
Yeah, but what is it?
Zoom. It's a platform where you can, like Mark and I could have a practice.
Right.
Through Zoom, a bit like this, split screen. I think you can also record on it if you want. You can do recordings from it.
If it takes as long as it's to get set up.
Yeah, but by the end of this, we'll be a whiz at this. We'll be fine, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I do think I'm going to need to invest in a new phone, though.
Yeah.
But,
Mike Williams is saying letters are safe. The virus cannot survive beyond a few minutes on paper.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's hard surfaces, metal to some extent, plastics and that sort of thing. As far as I'm led to believe. Yes, Zoom is a video conferencing system. So Chris is saying.
Yeah, it seems to work really well. Everyone's saying this is the one that's good to use. Although Mary was saying that she used Messenger. You can split screens in Messenger, and they had a catch up. She had a catch up with her friends that way. I didn't know you could do that. So we're learning. There we go. We're learning all the time. I mean, I have a whole. One of the things I was going to say about with the gardening things, I've got a whole box of DVDs, which are welcome to go free to good homes. If I just don't know how to distribute them now. So maybe try and figure out a way, put them in bus shelters or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Come up with something.
Just looking through the banner, there's not much else in there apart from the centre pages. But other than that,
one of the things I thought about was I saw somebody else put this up. I don't think it was on the Arran page. Maybe, I mean, the shop workers are just doing such a phenomenal job just now. It's incredible. I'm watching them down in the local shop in Bay Kitchen, in the co-op. I know the other shops that are open, they're doing the same thing.
Yep.
Maybe it's an idea. I mean, we used to be able to survive without 7 days, 24/7 shop open. Maybe it's an idea for them to close a day or a day and a half a week. The old Wednesday, half day Wednesday, and a Sunday closing, and give the staff a chance to actually have some time too.
Yeah, I think the staff in a few businesses are forgotten in cases like this. Colin and all the guys down at CalMac just having to go around and clean the building every 5 seconds for the people that are going backwards and forwards.
I think people could cope with a day's closing now, once a week. I mean, it would be a nice thing for them to do. Yeah. I don't know how practical it is. It was just a thought. I've got it written down.
Well, Chris agrees with you.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We need to look after these people.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's just a very strange time. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I had to say. I've got a couple of personal hellos to do. My niece's mother has come down with COVID-19 in Cambridge, so little hello to Doon, and I hope she's better soon. And obviously we've talked about that. Got the other thing about, you remember going back to our first show, Heather, when we talked about the Arran Oscars. I think this is a prime time. I think we mentioned it online this week, that people should just note down in their heads who's gone out and done stuff locally, and showing a lot of community spirit and all that sort of thing. I think we can have a little award ceremony when this is all over.
I think we've got a long list of people on.
Yeah.
For that, definitely a long list of people.
Yeah, I'm freezing here.
I'm quite glad I came in. It's not quite as nice as it. I mean, outside the sun's coming out. If you're in the sun, it's really lovely. But I think you're just starting to lose it a wee bit.
I've got my U-boat commander's coat on. Yeah.
Next week I could be in my wee camper. I could just do it from the camper.
Yeah.
Make it look a bit different.
I'll be in the kitchen this next week. Barb is saying we had to cancel the Klezmer House concert, and those artists did the concert via Zoom for over 600 people. And there's the link. So there's a link. It's on the message. It's not on the one I've popped up, but it is on the message. So you can catch up with her.
Was that the ferry going out?
That's the ferry going. Yes. Yeah, 6:40. It's 4:40, isn't it? So, yeah, there you go. You can hear the ferry from Whiting Bay. I think that's all we have this week. Just a quick roundup this week. Yeah, I think that's it. You've probably seen the messages and news on the Facebook forums about COVID-19 being on Arran. You know, it was going to come. So we've just got to be careful and hope that those people or person who's affected gets better very soon. Other than that,
if there's anything that anybody wants to message us with, or mention, then definitely just put it up and we'll try. And I mean, this is about Arran, it's about the community.
Yeah.
So yes,
no,
I think
but
hang in there, stay safe, be well.
yeah, and get in touch with us if you've got any ideas you want. If you want us to do something, I think we should start taking photographs of our gardens, because there's a lot of people out there, and start taking photographs of what you're making at home.
Are you going to send a photograph of that lattice pie thing?
What? The lattice pie? It's just a cold lattice pie. Yeah.
That looks kind of nice.
It is nice. It will be nice. Colin McCourt from Carmack is saying, please do not travel, stay at home. Obviously, the boat pictures that someone posted up, Barbara Ianson posted some pictures of the ferry last week, and
that was quite spooky, wasn't it? That really was quite
empty.
spooky.
Yeah. But I've got business to do, but I'm leaving it. I ain't going anywhere.
I think we've got plenty of time.
I think we have too much. Right, we have a very different ending to the show this week. I was just messing about. And we'll see you possibly during the week. We'll see what we can come up with. If not, it'll be next Sunday. Bye from Heather.
Thank you for joining.
Bye
See you
from
next
me.
week.
And bye from me. And we have no idea how this is going to end, so we're just going to be very quiet for about 3 hours. All right. See you soon.
Bye now.